Another Saturday night full of racing at the Punta Gorda Speedway. It's the toughest track in the South. How you doing? I'm racing Jason Beckner. I'm your track announcer. And we had another exciting night of racing here at the Punta Gorda Speedway. It was a lot of fun. And if you weren't here, well, you missed it. Just like we always say, if you're not here, you missed it, plain and simple. Let's get right into it. First one out of the box, the rookie trucks were here, and they were here to please. The young men and women getting the job done tonight. Taking the top spot, young Chad Chastain putting it out front and never looking back. So Mellon Jr. doing it all right. Finishing second, Corey Bigley out of Naples, Florida, driving the 00. And finishing third, young Tricycle Jr., James D'Elia III, coming home in the third spot. So we don't need that one anymore. We're done. We'll go on to the next one. The heat races for the TQ midgets were pretty exciting, and when they got right down to their feature race, they put them out front. Taking the top spot, Jamie Barnum getting the job done. Finishing second, Rob the Cowboy Kohler in the 30 machine, and his teammate, Mr. Mike Belusher, finishing third right behind him. Once they were done, the Cowboy Cadillacs would be up next in a very exciting night of racing with the Cowboy Cadillacs, but it was the Ugly Pools truck putting it up front, then the top three spots, taking the win, the number 8 of Jeff Diebel. Finishing second was going to be the number 92 of Mike Bielacki, and finishing third was the 88 machine of Trey Almond. Once the Cowboy Cadillacs were done, then it was right on to the Outlaw Modifieds. I love it when these guys show up. They're 4-cylinder open-wheel cars, and they put on one heck of a show. Coming out on top was the 26 machine of Mike Indy, finishing second out of Tampa, Kevin Campbell in the number 19, and finishing third, the number 9, John Parrish. Had a great run, started at the back of the pack, and finished third. I think probably about 5 or 6 more laps. He might have gotten second, maybe even first. Then, after them, the Road Warriors were up to bat, and it was another exciting night with the Thundering Herd. Putting it out front and getting the job done once again was the number 10, Jason Miller, out of Lehigh Acres, our current points leader. He got it done, put it up in the top spot, finishing second out of Naples, Christopher Loney, and finishing third, Rocket Rick Reed out of Punta Gorda. He is our points leader, I think so, right now. We'll have to check back in on that. Last race of the night, the Perfect Pest Control Pro 4s were pretty exciting from the drop of the green flag to the checker. Couple of new faces up front when it came down to the checkered flag, but putting it out front, very familiar face, Paul Richards Jr. in the 61 getting the job done out of Naples, but finishing second, Chris Bridges out of Venice, and the new face up there, great run for the 87 of Skylar Knoll. That team and that young driver is coming together. Another exciting night of racing is done here at the Punta Gorda Speedway. Thanksgiving is coming up, and we want to wish everyone out there a very happy Thanksgiving. And the Pro Trucks tonight at the Punta Gorda Speedway did not disappoint. From the drop of the green flag to the drop of the checkered flag, they always putting on one heck of a show. And coming out on top, Miss Young Kelli Burns, the number 4 truck, putting it out front and getting the job done, finishing second. And another young lady, the 00 machine of Whitney Poole, and finishing third, hot off the presses, the number 14B of Michael Burns, having a great run after having to go to the back of the pack early and then working his way back up to third. It was an exciting night of racing at the Punta Gorda Speedway, and right here in the tower with me once again after the races, some of the top drivers of the night from the Pro Truck Series. First one we're going to talk to, even though it is a Burns family spectacular here with me in the tower, I'm going to start out with Michael Burns because first off, a big congratulations to you taking the Florida State Championship up at New Smyrna Speedway last night, and you guys had a really good run up there, man, right out of the box.
Yeah, it went real well. There was 15 trucks, and it was real good off the trailer, and everybody else seemed like they were lagging off a little bit, and it ran real well.
I was keeping up with some people online Friday night, just watching how you guys were doing. Had a lot going on, but right out of the box, you guys were fast qualifier up at New Smyrna, then proceeded to go out lap 30, worked your way up through the field, put it out front, never looked back in that 75-lap feature event, and you guys got a lot of people behind you helping get the job done on that 14 truck.
Yeah, I got a lot of them. Sponsors to thank, Southwest Mobile Mechanic, Widen's Hose Service, Martin Septic, Chima Trucking, Specialty Parts, CFR, Tommy, Dad, Mom, Kelly, everybody.
Well, after taking the state championship last night at New Smyrna, you guys loaded up, came down here. You had the fast qualifier out of the box. Once again, I think it was even a track record when it came right down to it. I think you broke into, I think it was the 15s?
Yeah, it was 15.94 if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that. We'd have to go look at the paperwork, but we're talking about other things tonight. Had a great run in the truck. You were out front most of the night. Every time you guys come out here, you're hooked up on a rail with the 14B machine, but got in a little skirmish earlier and had to go to the back of the pack.
Yeah, it was starting to get tight there towards the end. In the center, it wouldn't turn, and then on the starts, just wouldn't go.
Was the truck vapor locking, or were you spinning the tires on those restarts? Because we know your sister over here was getting some good jumps on you, but it just looked like the truck wasn't itself there towards the end of the race.
It just on the starts, it wouldn't turn and go.
So you guys got a bunch of people behind you. Got the job done up in New Smyrna last night. Came back from going to the back of the pack, worked your way back up to a third-place finish. Great run for you, Michael.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's if you can drive it on the trailer with all four tires on it, you can't hang your head too low.
No, it was a good night.
Kept it all in one piece. It's pretty cool. We've watched you grow up racing out here. Started in go-karts, worked your way up into the trucks. You guys have been having a lot of fun. Always great seeing you out here, Michael.
Yep, special thanks to Jason.
Thanks a lot. That guy over there? Probably. But, hey, we're going to talk to this girl over here because your sister, Kelli Burns, got the best of you tonight. And that Ford truck was hooked up good on the outside there for a while, wasn't it, Kelli?
It really wasn't supposed to happen like that, but if you want to say so.
Definitely. You guys come down here. Well, I have to say, guys, we got a lot of girls that come down here and race in the pro trucks, and you're one of the top ones. Even tonight, taking the win, you had to work your way up through the field there a couple of times. It got a little crazy.
Normally I started in the back, but I was pretty proud. I started in the front tonight, and I didn't get a tore-up truck.
You had a top six qualifying start today in pill draw. Got a good draw out of it, and you and the other young lady in the field's been having some good knockdown, drag-out racing.
Yeah, we didn't qualify where I think we should have, but other than that, it was pretty good. Me and Whitney stayed clear of each other tonight, so I get to drive my truck on trailer with all four fenders.
You know, I was talking a little bit with your brother there just a second ago by watching you guys grow up and race here at the Punta Gorda Speedway, and you guys started out in go-karts. How old were you when you first started racing?
I believe I was 13.
And how old are you now?
18.
18 years old. So really in a short amount of time, you guys have gone from the go-karts up into the full-body trucks. How big of a transition was that for you coming from the go-karts and going right into the trucks?
It was huge. Everything is different, and it took me probably up until this year to really understand how it all works.
So, I mean, you got Tommy Steyer and Big Al Steyer helping on your truck and your brother's truck, and also Jason. And so how much has that helped out bringing those guys on board?
The first year when we didn't have them, it was pretty bad because coming from go-karts, it's totally different, so you didn't really understand. But as soon as we got Jason, Tommy, and Al on it, it was a lot better.
Now, there's not a lot of girls in racing, and so it's kind of tough to get, a handle on what's going on with girls in racing. Has it been tough trying to understand the mechanics of it and relaying that information back to your crew members?
It's really difficult for me because I don't really understand a lot of this stuff on the truck, but as long as I talk to Michael, he understands basically what I'm saying. So
he's got it figured out, so he translates for you.
Yes.
Well, whatever works, and it's definitely working for you guys here at the Punta Gorda Speedway. Great run for you tonight, coming out on top. Anybody you want to thank?
I just want to thank everybody that works on my truck, like Tommy, Al, and of course Jason, and I really want to thank my brother for tonight.
All right, well, good deal. Keeping it in the family, having a great run at the Punta Gorda Speedway. Michael Burns finishing third, but coming out on top, the young lady, the number 4, Kelli Burns, getting the job done. Another great night of racing here at the toughest track in the South, the Punta Gorda Speedway.